Evening, everybody. I'm gonna go through and set up some stuff for Tuesday's game. Gotta go into the story entries. They're pretty close to the end. I don't want to give up too much spoilers just in case my players look at the stream. Bear with me while I pull up the story entries I need. All right. The second Black Dawn's about a king that was kidnapped, and the players are traveling throughout the realm to try to figure out what happened with him, where he went. Here's a map of the realm, just to give everybody an idea. So they started out here in Hellenbraun. That's the capital city of the realm. You can see my pins over here. This is where they've been spending most of their time. In Edrahill's woods. Edrahill's a druid that's missing, presumed dead. Then they went and fought some goblins and the Goblin King up in the edge of the mountains. Captured the Goblin King, came down to the blacksmith's home down here, and now on Tuesday's session they'll be heading. They're already heading that way. And after the first night's travel, somewhere in here, the Goblin King escaped. Well, left the base camp. Wasn't much of an escape. They weren't really. He was a prisoner, but he wasn't really tied up or anything like that. He was willfully helping the party as they left, and then he just left, and it seemed like he was just going off to start a new life. Right now, the party's headed toward Hellenbraun to update the prince, which is the king's brother, Crown Prince. Artex is his name. What I'm doing is just setting up the next session so that way I have everything all ready for them. Just an impromptu session, nothing great. Added a few extra features that helped me monitor the stream. I was really wanting to test those out and see how that works. That's what I'm really doing. These impromptu streams have been me changing some settings and those types of things. My voice, I noticed on a few where it was real low. And my microphone's a pretty decent microphone, but I think what it was is I was a little further away. So right now I've got the microphone a lot closer to me. I was looking to see if that might be the issue, me just being too far from the mic. So I'm trying to consciously speak into the mic and improve my streaming abilities. I guess that's the whole point, right? This was the blacksmith's home. It's a map. Backwoods blacksmith. A map I made from scratch. Dungeon Alchemist. Is what I created it in. Let me see. All right, got that. Had an encounter on the way back already. Okay. That's a pretty cool picture. Second Black Dawn, they provide a lot of little pictures or images, and they're all just labeled like this: Second Black Dawn, P43. Uh, just images in order, and they're not labeled or anything, so I have to open them each one to make sure. Oh, yeah, I was working on something, and I had a red dragon attacking the group. I think I'll leave it there. If they're not watching the stream, they might actually log onto this and see that, and will be like, "What's that?" And it'll be a good laugh, and it's just a joke, but I'll delete it. It's not. He's not really there, but they don't know that yet. We'll see. Let me look here. All right, I'll need that. That's the Goblin Patrol. Delete that shortcut. Go ahead and remove the death markers. We don't need that anymore. That makes that all good now. Move that image there. Sorry, y'all. Let me move that over a little bit so you can see. Big red ancient black or ancient red dragon um, attacking all of them at once. It's funny. Anyway, I was working on a beta project for Mad Nomad, and here I'll just show you. Matter of fact, we'll pull that up. And combat tracker. Pulled up the character sheets and the combat tracker. There's the combat tracker there. So when I move to a new actor, this little box shows up, and this is Faye. Shows her hit points, who she's targeting, and her weapon of choice. You can actually choose a spell to chill touch. Although the spells aren't showing, the effects for the spells aren't showing up yet. He's working on it, but so here's her primary weapon. You can toggle through those. So if she was to try to attack that, she can just click right here without going over to the combat tracker. Yeah, that works. But she can't cast a spell because nothing's there. Again, it's just a project he's working on. It is called, bear with me and I'll tell you what the name of it is. It is called, I don't know. Combat Helper? No, maybe. Yes, it's called Combat Helper. And he's got another one called Spellcaster Helper, where it updates the spellcaster stuff. But anyway, this is his next project he's working on. It's got the typical chat things, find my token on the map type thing. Move that out of the way and pull the map back. Sorry, y'all. I clicked on find my, and it brought the map up. That's what it's supposed to do. I should have moved this off to the side. And what it does is it'll center on the map. So if I go like this, I go find me, it'll center. So you know where your character's at, where your token's at on the map, that kind of thing. Okay. So what I was doing was helping him beta test this, and I was going through trying different things. Well, here's another example. So say, oh, bless there. So she can actually target folks and actually put that effect. This one's actually working. Some of them don't though. Like Chill Touch should have. Oh, there it is. So maybe that was a bad version of Chill Touch that I had up, maybe. Or maybe he did an update and I just didn't refresh my screen. So let's go back, Chill Touch. So here she could actually cast Chill Touch right from this little helper. And she wasn't able to hit that red dragon, so she can't put the effect of can't regain hit points on there. So I mean that red dragon would totally annihilate this group, but it was all in jest. So anyway, that's called Combat Helper. I'll turn that off before Tuesday, but I was using this particular campaign to test it out. So that's what this is really here for. But I'll leave it here as a joke for them. And you'll notice in chat, it's because we're debugging and doing all that, all the stuff comes out in chat. So it shows everything that it did. And that all won't be here when we play. But kind of out of it's part of the expectations anyway. I've already reported back all the findings from testing, so what I'm doing now is setting up the travels to and from Helen Brown. They're headed to Helen Brown to talk with Prince Artez. Hold on. Artex, sorry. Get his name right. And then from there, they're going to head to, let me close this out. I don't need that up anymore. They are going to head what they believe is where the king's being held in the city of Ornis, in the vast marsh, which is like a swamp area. Anyway, they're going to find out for sure once they go to Helen Brown and visit with the prince, update him on what's going on. I've got the story entry over here, but I don't want to display it just in case they watch it. They believe that the king, the Goblin King, is traveling to the city of Natum, but honestly they have no reason to follow him or need to worry about him unless they just flat out believe that he's going to return to the goblins up here and take control again and then take over Edgerhill Woods or something like that. But all indications that they had is that he was traveling this way. So we'll see what they decide. But he had talked about wanting to go to Natum, or the city of Natum, and it's a port city. And one of the characters is from there, so they may travel there afterwards, but All right, so that part's done. That part's done. Okay. Traveling. That's a crazy picture. I want to wait. I'm not going to show that on stream. Um, we're going to actually stream this on Tuesday. So if you're looking forward to seeing what they're actually going to run into, uh, feel free to watch us on Tuesday evening. We'll start around 7:30 Eastern and go from there. Okay. Currently reading about this village, Donatia. Donatia? Donatia. So it's weird. On the map, it's spelled Danatia, but in the story entry, it's spelled Danatya. Donatia. Lies right on the edge of the vast marsh. Small, quiet town. I don't know if they're going to stop there on the way. Most likely. I mean, that makes sense because let me just show you. This is in kilometers here, so that's easily 100 and some kilometers away. So more than a day's travel, that's for sure. I'm thinking day and a half to get there. I'm just guessing. Let's just go from the edge of the city. That's 15. Let's look. 15's almost 100 kilometers. So I don't know how far 100 kilometers is. Let me find out. I don't even know. Kilometers to miles. I should know, but I don't. 62 miles. So by horse, they have riding horses. They can travel at normal speed 48 miles a day at fast 64. So it's just over a day's travel to Donatcha. So at a normal pace, they can get there in a day and a half. Um, if they go fast, they can get there in the day. The horses will be tired or almost a one level exhaustion by getting there if they travel fast the whole time. Um, but that's a full day's travel at 64 miles. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, so there we go. Um, so I don't know if they're going to go there or not, but I have to plan for it, and that's what I'm kind of doing. reading ahead, making sure I know what's going on there with that particular town of Denacha. Um, I mean, it is a town directly north of Hellenbrown here, as you can see. Oh, you can't see my cursor. I just noticed that. So, you can see that though. I just drew an arrow between Hellenbrown and Denacha, and they're traveling, or they believe the king, or they were told the king was taken to the city of Ornis in the vast marsh. So there's that. All right. Making sure I am not forgetting anything as I prepare. All right. Day and a half to Denacha. Probably 2 days travel to Ornis. Probably a little bit longer because once they hit the edge of the swamp, it'll be a lot harder to travel. Uh, Let me see if I can find. I need to find a assets. These are the pictures. These are the pictures I was looking for the four of them traveling with the goblin. Instead, I settled in this one. It's the one I settled on. It's the one that's on the background. But they're traveling alone now, so he's not even with them. But well, desert. I don't want desert. What the? These are all DA planes. They're all the same. That's a watchtower. I don't need that. Little campsite. I don't want that either. Um, Grasslands. Oh, I don't want that. It's all good. What I'm looking at is assets. Here, let me move it over so y'all can see. There's one with grass. I don't want the water off to the side. Need a halfway decent encounter map. There's one. That's not too bad. Let's make a map asset out of. Well, wait a minute. Let me check this one out. It's almost the same. I like that one better. There's map record. We're going to call this Dusk Plains. Grasslands. And put some ambient light on it. For them, it's going to be night. Oh, hold on. Moonlight. Go back to play mode and lock. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me delete that. I need to unlock this and turn on the grid. That's good enough. Let's change the color though. With that. Nope, that's too bright. Let's go with that. Nope. Go with that. Nope. Nope. Way too bright. Nope. Way too light. That's not too bad. Let's go with that. Now I'll go back to play mode and lock that. Oh, I want to do one other thing. I want to put my assets again. And I want a campfire. Yeah, that one, any one of those will work. Okay. So now I want to go to paint layer, token stamp. We're going to go with this one. Put it there. See if I have any bed rolls. No, bed. There we go. There's a bed roll. Bed roll. Couple of them. Okay, so let's look. See what I have first. Go back. I think we're going to go with this one. We're going to change the size of it. There's 4 of them, so let's go ahead and put a couple bed rolls around here. Put the head toward the fire. For warmth. All right. There we go. What do you think? Oh, I don't even have it showing. Sorry about that. Had it over too far. So what I was doing was adding this uh, campfire with the 4 bedrolls. Don't need that open anymore. Don't need that open anymore. Right. Replace. Okay. Could be a deadly encounter here. We'll see how well they do. Not going to relinquish too much, just in case they watch the stream. We got 2 days before the session. All right, so that's all set up. That's not a random encounter. That's actually part of the module. So I'm just adding the map rather. That way we're not theater of the mind. I don't like. I don't mind theater of mind, but I'd rather have a map for combat. Okay, I have the information I need. I've got the write up here for the city of Denacha. Denacha. And then, of course, the vast march. The vast marsh. Okay. Random table. Vast marsh encounters. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that table up so I have that saved and ready to go. Tables, where are you at? Tables. There we go, tables. And it's called the Vast Marsh Encounters. See if those are all set up properly. They are. I like to make sure that they have um, pictures, not just, okay. Um, all right, they have tokens. I don't want the single letter tokens or anything like that. I want actual tokens. They're not going to face these unless they're rolled, but I still like to have it all ready just in case. You know, I did a lot of this the other day. I don't remember whether or not I finished or not. Okay. All right, that's good. So I'm going to drag this down and put it down over here. So I have it as a quick pop-up. So you can see when I need it, I can just reach down here and click on it. It's going to open up the encounters. And then over here is whether or not the chance of the encounter, random encounters. But that's in the story entry, so I don't need it. And then here, random encounters for Edra Hill Woods. I don't need those anymore, so let's go ahead and clear that. Image, Edra Hill Woods, don't need that. Right underneath my, no, okay, you can't see it. That's why it's over further to the right here is my quick link for the Return to Helen Brown story entry. I don't need the black woods anymore. That's the old abandoned ruins. They've already been through there. I can take that off. This was the goblin lair. Let me move it over a little bit for you all to see. This was the goblin lair they went through. And they went through every section. They didn't come over in here, and they didn't go in there. I don't know if they're sorry or not, but they have no idea what's in those. Pardon me. So the other thing I did was, and I didn't even do it starting this stream, I created a new starting entry. I don't even know what's like an opening session for a stream, and then the be right back and ending stream thing. So here I'll play the starting one right now. So those of you that want to see it, you can see it. Here's starting, and I'll come right back. Hold on. Here it is. Ready? Go. All right, we're back. That's the starting one. And I didn't even use it this morning, or just now when we started. I don't know why, but I spent some time the other day making note that. Actually, I made 3 different ones. I think it was 3, maybe 4. Ending, be right back, and then the D&D one that you just saw. And then there's some variations of the same one. So technically there's 5, but it's really 3 different ones. And I'll use the ending one here whenever I'm done setting up for tonight. I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm going to go to bed. Early morning tomorrow. Okay. Done with that. Clear the chat out. Just that way the error messages aren't up there anymore. Actually, debug messages is what they were. Working on the city of Ornis. I don't want to display too much there. For those of you that don't know, this is Fantasy Grounds Unity and my virtual tabletop of choice, running Dungeons and Dragons, the second Black Dawn on Tuesday nights. And okay. I think we're good there. All right, I think we're good. I think I have enough content for a few hours at least. I don't think they can get through all that in that time frame. A lot of role playing in there. One two, three encounters. Only one of them is probably battle, but we'll see what happens. Again, I don't want to put too many spoilers in here for the players. I want them to be able to watch the stream. It's really a chatting episode for those of you that want to join. Okay, that's good. No, okay, let's get out of there. Working on multiple things at once. That's looking good. I like that setup. Okay. Go. All right. Really don't know what I'm doing here. All right, that's working. All right, y'all. I'm sitting here working on a map that they're going to be going into. I want to display the map. It's the city of Ornis. My apologies. I don't like giving spoilers. Again, was really just testing out the stream, uh, here to chat, that kind of thing, while I was doing it. So, all right, that's still working. Okay. comes out here. Like that one. See if it opens up. Assets. Refresh. Adventure. Here. What do we think? Like that? Update the picture a little bit. I like doing that. Um, all right, I think that's all there is for tonight. I'll see you again on Tuesday night, 7:30-ish, somewhere around there. See you then. Good gaming.